All right, let's talk about it. That creepy, unsettling question that's probably crossed your mind a dozen times. Is my phone actually listening to me? For years, the official line has been a hard no. The real story is so much weirder and honestly, way more fascinating. You know the feeling, right? You're just having a normal, real-world conversation. Maybe you mention a random craving for a specific type of pizza or a childhood toy you haven't thought about in 20 years. And then, bam, you open your phone and there it is, an advert for that exact thing. It feels impossible, like someone is reading your mind. And hey, it's not just you. This story from a Reddit user is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. It's the specificity that's so jarring. It's not a normal generic ad for a TV show. It's for a sticker of a specific tattoo from a single episode that was only mentioned out loud in conversation. At some point, coincidence just doesn't cut it as an explanation anymore. So I'm here to tell you, you're not paranoid for thinking something is up. As it turns out, that feeling in your gut is actually onto something. Thanks to some recent leaks and really eye-opening research, the curtain's been pulled back on the tech that makes these impossible ads a reality. We're going to break it all down, piece by piece. For the longest time, the whole idea of your phone listening in was brushed off as a full-blown conspiracy theory, denied by all major tech companies. But that all changed when some journalists got their hands on internal company documents that showed a major media player wasn't just thinking about it, they were actually selling it as a service. In August 2024, the tech world just about lost its mind. A pitch deck from Cox Media Group, or CMG, got leaked, and what were they selling? A service they literally called active listening. The pitch was unbelievably simple. We'll help you target ads to people based on the things they're talking about in their private, everyday conversations. As you can imagine, when this hit the news, all the big tech companies they mentioned as partners just ran for the hills, denying everything. You just can't make this stuff up. This quote is from their own marketing materials. No, it's not a Black Mirror episode. It's voice data. They weren't even trying to hide it. They were basically saying, yeah, that dystopian TV show you're scared of, we're selling that. It's a feature now. They called it voice data. Chilling, right? So, the process they were selling was shockingly straightforward. A client, say a local car dealership, picks the neighborhood. Then, according to the pitch, their tech starts active listening through phones and smart TVs in that area, using AI to pick out keywords. Like new car, then they serve you an ad. But here's the crucial part. The listener probably wasn't your phone's operating system. It was most likely third-party apps. You know, the ones you give microphone access to without really thinking about it. Okay, so that's the smoking gun, proof that companies want to listen. But what if I told you your phone has other ways of hearing you, ways that don't need your permission and don't even use the microphone at all? This all comes down to something called zero permission sensors. These are the little bits of hardware in your phone, like the accelerometer, the thing that counts your steps, or the gyroscope that knows when you turn your screen sideways. Apps can access this data anytime they want, no permission pop-up needed. Everyone assumes they're harmless, but they can be turned into tiny, secret microphones. And this is what makes this method so incredibly sneaky. When your microphone is on, your phone gives you a heads up, right? That little orange dot appears on your screen. It's a dead giveaway. But these motion sensors, they can hear by feeling the tiny, tiny vibrations your voice makes in the air and through the body of the phone itself. And there's no permission slip, no indicator dot, absolutely no way for you to know what's happening. And listen, this isn't just a theory. This is based on a real-deal academic studies, and the results are pretty terrifying. One project showed it could pick up spoken passwords with over 90% accuracy, just from the accelerometer. Another could identify spoken numbers, and one called Spearphone could tell if the speaker was male or female with 99% accuracy. Insane. As if that wasn't wild enough, there's another invisible layer here. Ultrasonic sound. Some companies have been embedding these high-frequency sounds, totally inaudible to you and me, into TV ads or even physical stores. And guess what? Apps on your phone can be programmed to listen for these secret beacons to figure out what you're watching or where you're shopping. So, we've got direct listening being sold as a product, and we've got these silent spies on our phone's hardware. But now, we get to the biggest plot twist of all, because in many, maybe even most of these spooky ad situations, your phone doesn't have to listen to you at all. And here it is. This is the mind-bending part. The ad tech world has gotten so ridiculously good at mapping our lives, our relationships, and our movements that it can often predict what you're going to talk about before you even say it. The listening is an illusion crafted by incredibly powerful prediction engines. They do this using something called an identity graph. Just think of it as a giant digital profile that data brokers are constantly building about you. It pulls together everything: your email, your phone number, what you buy from the grocery store with your loyalty card, where you go every day, who you hang out with. They even fingerprint your device based on your browser settings. It all gets stitched together into the scarily complete picture of who you are. Let me give you a perfect real-world example of how this works. Let's call it the spooky spouse effect. So your partner starts searching for vacations to Greece on their laptop. The ad network sees that their laptop and your phone are on the same Wi-Fi network. So it figures, hey, these people live together, so it starts showing you ads for hotels in Greece. Then, later that night, you two are chatting over dinner about the trip. You see the ad, and your brain just screams, "My phone was listening, but it wasn't." The ad system just connected the dots. So where does all this leave us? It's pretty clear. It's not just one single thing causing this. It's not just direct listening. It's not just sensor exploits, and it's not just prediction. It's an entire system all working at once. You can think of it like a stack of technologies, a surveillance stack. At the top, you've got companies like CMG trying to do direct listening through apps. Underneath that, you have sensor exploits that can pick up vibrations. Below that, you have these powerful predictive algorithms that know your social circle. And at the bottom, you have ultrasonic beacons linking all your devices. Any one of these layers could be the reason for that impossible ad. And really, this is the key takeaway from all of this. We get so hung up on the question, is it listening or is it just predicting? But in the end, does it even matter? The distinction is basically disappearing. Whether an ad pops up because a microphone heard you, a gyroscope felt you, or an algorithm just knew you better than you know yourself, the outcome is exactly the same. That feeling of privacy is gone. So the next time you see one of those ads that just feels impossible, remember this whole stack. It's probably not one simple answer. It's something far more complex, far more pervasive. And it leaves us with one last pretty unsettling question to chew on. In a world where everything we do and say is a potential data point, is there any such thing as a coincidence anymore? If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and click that subscribe button to get more information like this. Stay human, stay curious, and I will see you in the next adventure.